Hey guys, in this video, I'll show you how to get started with Onshape for VEX CAD. So first, you'll need to go to onshape.com and then create a student account. And once you have your student account, you're going to sign in to that account. And then you'll be met with this home page. So this is where you can access any projects that you have, any documents, folders. And there's also these other tabs to find projects easier, as well as this public section. So this is where you can find publicly available projects. Some of them are interesting, so feel free to check them out. But for now, just to give a brief introduction to Onshape, we're just going to create a document, and I'll name it VEX. So for any document that you create, there's going to be two sections that are created by default. So one of them is going to be a Part Studio, and then one of them is going to be an assembly. So the difference between them is part studios are where you take 2D designs and then turn them into 3D parts, and assemblies are where you put those parts together. So for VEX, you could use part studios for creating Lexan and making those 2D designs, and then having them used in assemblies, and assemblies are where you create your actual robot. So you put the parts together and stuff. So for part studios, you'll see these three different planes, and these are just the three different places that you can create or start off your 2D designs. So if we were to create Lexan, for example, we would start off by creating a sketch on one of the planes. So we could choose the top plane, for example, and then if we just wanted to make a very basic piece of Lexan, we could use the rectangle feature and then create a rectangle on the sketch. And once you have your like a really basic sketch, and then you could just extrude it. So extruding it makes it 3D. So once you have your 2D design, you just make it 3D and click extrude on your face. So once you have a face highlighted, and then you would just give it an amount to be extruded. So for example, for Lexan, it would just be 1/16th. And this is like a basic way of creating Lexan, which we'll cover more later on. So then for any piece of Lexan you have, or any parts actually, you could edit the appearance. So what you would do is right click on the part in the part section, and you could just click edit appearance, and this allows you to change the color and the transparency. So let's say your team uses transparent Lexan, you could just give it a different opacity. So you can make it like 0.25 and make it white, and then you would have the clear Lexan. And then for if you wanted to import any piece of Lexan into assemblies, the way to do that is to insert parts. So there's different places that you can insert parts from, and you would just do it from current document and then use a part and then insert it here. So that's it for today's video, and I'll show you how to get VEX parts, import VEX parts in the next video.